So you're live, so whenever you want to start, we can.
Alright, should I just do a countdown?
Yeah.
Alright, in 3, 2, 1, go! So, welcome everyone, this is New Super Mario Bros. Wii. This is the any percent category, which is beating Bowser in World 8 as quickly as possible. This run is relatively short since we'll be utilizing the cannons in this game. The cannons basically shoot you a few worlds ahead, instead of doing all the world, which is really slow. And the greatest friend in our in this run is the propeller suit. The propeller suit is for horizontal movement, it's actually pretty slow, but it just gives so much vertical movement that it can actually is really useful for some skips. So unfortunately, there aren't many propeller suits in the run, so we try to not get it hit at all. In some levels, it's a little bit difficult, but I'll play a little bit more safe in a few levels than I normally would. There is a backup propeller suit later, but hopefully we don't need that. So yeah, that was already the first level. We're going to 1-2, which is like any 2D Mario game. It's like a underground level. So, well, no, it's an underground level. In this underground level, we'll be grabbing our first other power-up which we'll be using, which is the star power-up. The star power-up makes you invincible, like in any Mario game, but it also lets you move a little bit faster. The biggest reason we grabbed the propeller suit in this level, the star power-up in this level, is because there's actually some enemies on cycles, which we don't really want to wait for. So there will be some piranhas coming up right over here, which this one, normally you would have to wait for that, but since we have the star power-up, we can actually just run through it. Also, these horizontal platforms, they are activated by motion controls, so I actually have to hold my Wiimote a little bit sideways to actually turn it down. Because you try to keep... when you're on the slope downwards and start sliding, you actually gain more speed than actually running. So we try to go down the slopes as much as possible, and whenever the opposite goes for upward slopes, so if you would run up those, you actually lose momentum. So we try to jump up those, just so we keep our momentum from before the jump. This level has the first bit of RNG in it, like you just saw a Hammer Bro I jumped over. Sometimes that Hammer Bro jumps up, but with the step I did, he should actually never hit you. But yeah, that's like a little bit of RNG in this run. This game doesn't have a lot of RNG at all. Also, the first secret exit coming up. Normally you would need a Yoshi in this level, but since we still have our propeller suit, it's actually faster to use that. Because Yoshi isn't very fast in this run. Like, he runs even slower than Mario, so we unfortunately won't see Yoshi at all in this run. So that's about 4 minutes. Oh wait, no, we're at 3 minutes, I believe. And that's already all of World 1. We unlocked the cannon, which goes to World 5 already. And World 5 is gonna get a little bit more difficult, like World 1 is always a little bit more easy. Also, Toad is gonna explain a game mechanic. Like, in some levels, a Toad will pop up and you can save him, and if you carry him to the goal, he'll give you some power-ups. But yeah, we don't really want to save Toad. Like, nice guy, but for speedrunning he isn't that fast, so bye Toad, we're just using the cannon. So there is a little bit of a level in the cannon, but it's like one jump and you're right there. So right now is probably one of the longer cutscenes in the game, like activating this cannon cutscene and the cutscene coming up in World 5. And it's one of the very short breaks you actually have in this game. Like, for the rest of the game it's pretty much all constant moving. Like, I believe in World 8 we're getting a slightly longer cutscene again. But yes, so it's a really fun game to just keep busy with it. So now, World 5-1 will be going for another Power Star, and this time it is just not in a regular block, but it is in a randomized block. It cycles through 4 different items, and yeah, whenever you hit the block, the item that shows on the box actually comes out. Luckily the cycle is based on when you get close enough to it, so if you just keep running right and go up the shell, you actually usually have the correct timing for it. I say usually because sometimes I mess it up and get like a different power-up. It's really... You don't skip that many enemies because of it, but it does help with some of them. Also, we did a crouch jump there, because if you would do a regular jump there, you actually bonk your head and you lose all your momentum. Also, holding back there to miss the paratrooper. I hit that paratrooper so often. So yeah, doing a quick jump off the vine since it's a little bit faster than just running towards the right. And now the first kind of unique level is coming up. It's, as you can see to the right, there's a piranha on the overworld like that. Unfortunately, we can't skip this one, but if you run into it, we actually have to complete the level, save a toad by either killing all the enemies or collecting all the toad balls you'll see in a moment. But yeah, technically you can avoid this piranha plant if the vines are a little bit different, because as you saw, some of the vines are actually blocking the path. Need to focus here a little bit. And with the pattern is always the same. Like, they only change when you either complete a level or die in a level. And since we try not to die in any of the levels, the vine pattern will always be the same. So now you actually have a choice of doing either 5-2 or 5-3. Normally I'd like to go for 5-2 since it's a little bit easier, even though it's a bit slower. But 5-3 I normally do when I lose my propeller suit somewhere, since there's actually a backup propeller suit in that level. Luckily I still have my propeller suit, so we can do the easier level of the two. And these wigglers have a little bit of a weird hitbox, so you can actually just bounce on top of them if you jump high enough at the start. Also, we don't have to wait for a wiggler there, since we have the propeller suit. So, for the rest, it's a pretty straightforward level. You try to avoid the wigglers just by jumping on top of them, doing little slides to just gain that little bit more of momentum. So here we get to the end of the level with one wiggler in the end. And yeah, we're going to the Midway Castle in this world. And this is the first level where you'll see that the propeller suit is going to be really useful. Because so far we've mostly been doing levels that's where the goal is all the way to the right. Well, to get to the end of this level, we actually have to go up a lot. So here you'll see that a lot of the cycles can be skipped by just using the propeller suit instead of using the regular platforms. Because this entire level is based on the cycles of these spike walls going back and forth. I'll try to go for a cycle where I'll approximately enter the boss fight at 4:46 in the timer on the top right. But yeah, as you can see, propeller suit makes you skip a lot of these sections. Also be careful not to hit the spikes there. So yeah, these cycles start right when you enter the level, so it's not like they only start when you get close to them. So it's always pretty straight. It's pretty very consistent for the time you get when you enter this gate, this door, so yeah, 5:46. So now we're actually gonna fight one of the Bowser kids, which is... I should know this name, I forgot. Oh well, we won't see him that long anyway. This is probably the only Koopa kid we're fighting besides Bowser Jr. And it's a pretty straightforward fight. You just jump on top of his head 3 times. Try to hit him as early as possible, since then it'll just start with his moving pattern a little bit earlier. So yeah, pretty straightforward boss fight. This next level is probably gonna be the hardest level in the run, and probably also the biggest reason why we want the propeller suit in this run. Because normally in this level you have to stand on a boat, which moves really slow and stops if there are too many objects on it, like enemies, coins, or... Mario doesn't actually count for some reason. But with the propeller suit you can actually skip using the boats entirely. It's a quite difficult trick though, so I might be a little bit more quiet than I was before, but I'll try to commentate as much as possible. So the level starts off with a very easy part. where you just have to run right. There is a hidden Kaiser block there, which I actually gonna jump against just to show it off. Kaiser blocks are never fun. So alright, gonna go to the right here. Do a wall jump off. Do it again. Oh, I actually messed up my wall jump, so I had to wait. No! Oh, I fell down. Oh, that's very unfortunate, since now I don't have my propeller suit anymore. We have to do this level the regular way, and as you will see, it's really slow to do. That's a pretty big time also. It was actually, this run was on PP pace until that happened. It's a quite annoying trick to do, like, you need to do so many propeller jumps, doing wall jumps. Yeah. So, then we're just gonna grab this ice flower and just kill all the enemies that keep falling on the boat. So, yeah, there's not much going on. We just usually try to use the Koopas to kill the other Koopa when it lands on top of the ice block. Like, I prefer using the ice flower over here over the fire flower, since if you actually kill an enemy with a fire flower, it drops a coin, which also counts for the boat counter. Because as you can see on the boat, there's a number on there which increases when there are more objects on top of it. So I have to manage this as much as possible to hopefully not ever hit the 5 enemies on top of it. These guys can easily be killed by spinning. It stopped for a frame or two. It's fine though. So, gonna keep spinning. Kill the piranha by actually jumping underneath it. And that power block really helps with killing some enemies. It's just so we can keep the platform as empty as possible without getting hit. Because every time you also get hit, the screen pauses for like half a second, like that. Luckily there's another ice flower in here. So you want to try to avoid getting hit as much as possible, but as you can see with how many enemies are falling on top of this boat, it can be a bit annoying to properly manage it. I think we should be right near the end. Ah, that's unfortunate, but luckily I can make this jump. So yeah, unfortunately we don't have the propeller suit anymore, which is gonna make the next level a little bit slower as well. Also that Koopa right in front of the goal, it just is there to... You think you're right at the end, but then it's just there to annoy you. Oh well. We jumped over it, we're fine. So yeah, we're going to the one and the only ghost house we'll be doing in this run. And this ghost house is kind of a maze, like there's many doors in there which you can enter, and a lot of them are fakes, lots of them just lead to nowhere. Luckily we know which door we want, since we need the door that leads to the secret exit. So yeah, it's just trying to optimize this route a little bit in this level. Just falling down some holes, jumping over others. And actually go through that wall there. Oh, for some reason I thought there was a pipe. Why did I think there was a pipe? Anyway, we hit this button just so we can see where this thing is. And since we don't have the propeller suit, we actually need to wait for a cycle here. Also, that boot can be a little bit trolly, so I'm gonna play it a little bit more safe. I didn't want it to fall down there. Normally you can just use your propeller suit and skip that gap there, but we're fine. Now this final pod. Don't really mind getting hit. Like, as you saw after the piranha fight we did earlier, we actually got some mushrooms, and just for safety, I'll be using a mushroom in the next level, just so I can take a hit. Like, the next level is actually pretty hard, and that level would also normally be the level where you actually lose the propeller suit to just skip a few cycles of things, which I will explain in a moment. So this second cannon, pretty straightforward as well. It's just going to the right and entering the cannon. So now already to the final world, where I would say approximately halfway through the run. And World 8 is probably difficult. Like, it's probably gonna be a bit difficult since, you know, it's the final world and lava levels are usually pretty difficult in Mario games. It also doesn't help that the lava, if you fall in the lava, it actually insta-kills you, so that doesn't help either. So yeah, prompting to save again since we beat the cannon. And so yeah, in this level there's a lot of these lava spikes that keep coming out of the lava. And some of they're based on a cycle once you get close enough to them. So we try to jump over most of them, but some unfortunately can't be jumped over, so we actually have to take the hit. I'm actually gonna take the hit here. Ah, that's a little bit of RNG in the run as well. Those meteorites are random where they're gonna fall down, so I got a bit unlucky there that I wasn't able to jump through the middle of that. Actually using my final mushroom already. Let's try it again. I'll play it even a little bit more safe by trying to skip that other lava spike as well. Oh, I don't want to skip it. It's so slow to wait for it. I'll wait for this part though. Oh, we're fine. Then there's a final lava spike coming up here, and you can quite easily make it over if you do a triple jump. Unfortunately, my jumps weren't spaced out correctly, so I had to wait there for a moment. So now, the checkpoint actually gives you a power-up when you run through it, just a normal mushroom. Actually, we're grabbing another power-up here, just so we can damage boost through these lava spikes twice. But yeah, normally you want to try to avoid hitting the checkpoint if you don't have a power-up. But since the extra hit here really helps, I'll gladly take it. It's faster than actually getting a mushroom out of a box or something. So yeah, final part of the level, just running to the goalpost. And that's... I would say that's probably the hardest level in this world. It's just so precise with the damage boost and not being able to get hit. So next up is another underground level, which has a lot of moving platforms, which if you jump on a platform that actually spins one way or the other, you actually gain momentum the same way. So if you jump off these, you actually whoops! Again, RNG on meteorites. It happens. So yeah, if you jump off one of those wheels while it's spinning counterclockwise, you actually lose a bit of momentum. So you try to jump the least amount on top of those. Oh. I'm probably gonna grab a safety mushroom here. Just these Goombas can be a little bit random, but luckily we got on top of that block. Also, these spike balls also gain the same effect of the momentum as Mario does when he jumps off of them. Actually, jumping over here. These star coins, sometimes we grab them just because they're on the pad, but we don't need them for anything in the run, so normally we just try to skip them just because normally they're out of your way. Also, there's one more star power-up which we'll be grabbing, just so we can a little bit more easily get through this pod. And also the extra speed helps. So this secret, right before the end, it has a lot of spinning wheels going spinning to the left. So you try to be in the air as much as possible, just so you can try to keep your momentum of these other platforms, since those aren't spinning backwards. I kind of messed up a jump there and wasn't able to land on the other platform that I wanted. So yeah, right at the end with lots of momentum giving spinning wheels. And yeah, we only got 3 more levels to go in this run. There are 3 pretty slow ones, or shouldn't per se say slow, but they're pretty long. First one coming up is actually an auto-scroller, so for like 90% of the levels, so we can't really do that much to skip it up, besides optimizing movement in between the moving parts of the level. This is, as a casual player, I would say this level is probably one of the hardest in World 8, so I would, since it's moving very fast, and the star coins are quite difficult to grab. But since it's the moves, once you play this game a little bit more often, you know how this thing is gonna move. So it's pretty easy to stay on top. Normally I try to put my hands up in the air because, like, come on, we're in a roller coaster. We have to enjoy that, right? But to be honest, sometimes when I actually put up my hands on the roller coaster, I accidentally shake my Wiimote and I jump off the platform. So after a while, I'll stop doing that. Normally I say it like, yo, everyone put up your hands for the roller coaster. But I won't be doing it anymore. I don't want to spin off the platform. Also, we skipped the star coin. Sorry, I've been playing some Galaxy lately with comet coins. Anyway, that's the first part. There are two more of these skeleton rides, so again, we're actually not grabbing the power-up since the screen actually freezes a little bit when you grab a power-up. And at the same time, we just don't grab it. We'll be grabbing a new power-up again, though, in the next level. So we don't really need it in this one. So here he goes down again with another jump. And then after this one, it's off to the final skeleton ride. Oh no! How did I miss that jump? No! Okay, that's fine, that's fine. There was a checkpoint in this level. Did I grab it though? Pretty sure I did, yeah. Well, there it goes, a little bit more time. Actually grabbing the mushroom now since I actually want it for the next level. Well, that's never happened before. So, yeah, we're gonna see more fun on the roller coaster. Who made this roller coaster though? I always wonder, like, why would Bowser make an entire roller coaster just so we can get through the level? Like, if Bowser was smart, he would just not make the roller coaster and we wouldn't be able to beat the level. But yeah, apparently Bowser just likes theme parks, as people might notice in Super Mario's 3D World as well. So yeah, some more jumps. Hopefully don't die this time. We should be good. This is the final lava spike. And well, okay, that's the final lava spike. We don't try to actually grab the top of the flagpole since that gains you a 1-up, and actually getting a 1-up it's a little bit slower. Not that much, but why do it if it saves like a frame or two? So yeah, now we're going to the level before the last, and it's an Bowser Jr.'s airship. And in this level we're gonna see one of our good old power-up friends. Like, as I said, the propeller suit is the best friend in this run, and we haven't actually seen it since World 5, so I think we can grab it again. Actually, these spinning wheels move the platform so you can get through. Biggest reason we grabbed that propeller suit is to skip a few of those segments. Oh, I lost my momentum there. It's fine. Oh, going up. And before we can enter this pipe, we actually need to wait an entire cycle of this thing turning around. So we're just gonna wait here for a moment, wait for the green pipe to be up, because that's the only way you can enter the pipe when it's aiming towards the top. So yeah, this part would normally require you to actually spin those screws again, but we don't really need them. There we go, first try. So now to the second half of the level, more skipping the screws with the propeller suit. By actually just crouching underneath here. And this jump can be a little bit hard. We made it though. Unfortunately, we have to spin this one because there's no way to avoid this segment. And then on to the final part where we're gonna fight one of the Bowser kids. As I might have said a little bit early in the run, there's one more Koopa kid we're fighting, and it's actually Bowser Jr. And he kicks away his small ship thing and actually gets into a big one. Kinda makes no sense in this round, as you never see him actually using the little one. Also, we try to almost instantly ground pound there so we can get a quick hit in that. But yeah, he uses the little clown car in like an earlier world. So... Oh, we lost the propeller suit. That's a bit unfortunate. Would make the final level a little bit faster, but it's not entirely necessary. So we're just gonna wait here until he shoots his third fireball, because then he'll shoot the cannon, the big spiky ball again. And yeah, that's Bowser Jr. Even though this might have seemed like the end of the world as in the overworld, there's actually a level hidden behind here. Like, oh my god, it's the princess, we found her! We beat the game! Woohoo! But yeah, Kammy Koopa and Bowser are still there. So we just have a little bit further to go. And there she goes, the princess. And then the wall disappears and a bridge appears to the final castle of this level. Of this run. And you can hear Bowser laughing at us. Well, he won't be laughing for long though. Don't save. And yeah, final level. First part of the level is just moving towards the right again. And yeah, you just try to avoid all the lava things again, because as you might have seen, lava things are usually pretty bad. The good thing about not having the propeller suit here though is that you... Oh! Whoops, never mind. I wanted to say, the good thing about having the propeller suit is that you can actually do a regular spin like that and gain a little bit more distance on your jumps. Because if you would use a propeller, it would slow you down so much that it's usually not worth it. So here we fall. It's a really slow falling platform. Actually have to wait for this thing to move away. This part you would have been able to skip though with the propeller suit. So now little other scroller is coming up, and the idea is that you keep jumping on these platforms and make sure you don't hit the lava. But we're just gonna stay up here for a little bit. Because I don't really want to deal with the dry bones, so I just keep jumping up there so I don't need to use the platform of the dry bones. That way he'll just stay up there and we can just slowly use these platforms to fall down until we get to the end. Actually want to hit this early. And then, as you will see, there will be 3 coins popping up there. 1, 2, 3. And the pipe is right underneath those 3. So now we're gonna enter the final boss fight. Entering the door. Just a little segment before we actually get to Bowser. Like, Bowser gets smarter and is like, maybe I should make a long corridor and shoot fireballs at him. These fireballs are again random in which pattern they appear. Like, it can't be the same height twice in a row. But for the rest it's pretty random on how you get those. Normally you would try to use the propeller suit on this one and just skip over it. I hope I can do the skip though. Yeah, getting hit doesn't really matter, but we're able to get him quickly. And there we go! It's the princess! We saved her! Like, she's crying, but we don't see her face, and it looks a little bit weird. But yeah, getting her down. Come on. Peach? Peach? You got ugly. Oh, never mind. We have one final segment to go. So, Magic Koopa uses his magic to actually make Bowser huge, and yeah, since Mario is kind of a scaredy cat, we just want to run away from him. Like, how are we supposed to fight this big guy? So we try to get the fireballs as much horizontal as possible, just so we can make sure it breaks a lot of the walls. It can be a little bit iffy to do it properly though. Also this... Oh. Here, that will break that one. Into this spot. Not the greatest fireballs. Oh, it's a really small platform now. Okay. This is gonna be an interesting final part. Normally in that block there is a propeller suit, which makes this part way easier. But unfortunately, since we don't have a mushroom at all, it would just drop a mushroom. And basically you'll die anyway if you fall in the lava, so I don't usually grab the mushroom if that happens. Oh. It's a little bit slower than I normally want to do, but also wall kicking up here. I'm playing this extra safe. Dying here has wasted so much time that for marathon's sake, also time's coming up when I hit this button. There we go. I should have said that earlier.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's New Super Mario Bros. Wii any percent. What was his time?
It was 1:30:33, but I probably split a couple seconds late.
Still a pretty decent time, I should say.
Yeah.
But
Good.
yeah, thanks everyone for watching this game. It's a really fun game. You should definitely give it a try. It's not very long, and yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much for running for us, dude.
No problem.